Why would you do that? Like, Iran has child marriage. Like, you can get married to a 9-year-old in Iran. There wouldn't be any reason for Epstein to be free in Iran because that's the law. They live in a fake reality? I guess so. Did he mention any wars Trump has stopped? Of course not. No. No New Wars was not what he was running on. It was what he accomplished from his first admin. I don't remember what he said about that. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember exactly what the context of the No New Wars thing was.
Doesn't stop. The Defense Secretary declared this.
Turns out the regime.
Oh, there's more hypocrisy. This is another Reddit argument.
Regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel.
Reddit arguments are surprising.
Death from America. And
Depends on the Reddit.
Israel.
They're treating hundreds and potentially tens of thousands, if this war continues, off deaths like it's an epic military action movie. And as
yeah, exactly, because he's representing the troops. Like, I hate to tell you this, but the guys that are probably enlisted, that are the chuds that are sitting there wanting to go to war or, you know, signing up to the military in record numbers, they hear that and they're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's because what do you think the military is? Do you think it's a bunch of fucking Karens sitting around an HR board deciding, like, which pronouns you can use? No, of course not. It's a bunch of guys that are abrasive, aggressive, and they love shit like that. Does every single one? No. But I don't think it's a coincidence whenever Trump and Pete Hegseth take over the military, recruitment skyrockets. Jesus. That's the British military?
I bet he's also pro-Palestine.
Gold heard this and matched the energy because that's all he does. I
do. I completely support it. I think it's a great thing that we make fun of our enemies, then we kill them, then we make fun of them being killed, then we make memes about killing them, and then we...
Wait, what? Okay.
That's the way that a military should be.
Bro, there's around, I think even maybe less terrorist attacks in Israel than in UK, and there's like times as many Muslims. But it's crazy.
Scares people, and I'd rather scare people than have them think that they can invade and attack our country. Absolutely. I want more COD kill cams. Yeah, yeah, that's what I want. We should have been getting this the whole time.
Is the energy. Whatever Trump says, Asmongold says, oh, bro, that's based. The man has told you to your face that he has no principles and no morality. And millions of people watch him anyway, because in this media ecosystem, having no principles is the brand. Not knowing...
What is the principle that allows you to obfuscate the bad actions of the Iranian government and then justify basically not attacking them and not stopping them from developing a weapon that will destabilize an entire region, funding terrorism that kills and maims, and also we were talking about Palestinians earlier in this video. The biggest victims of Iran in some cases are Palestinians. They are the Gazans, because not only are they getting bombed by Israel, but they're also being oppressed by Hamas.
Yeah, Hamas was funded. It's weird. I actually recently learned that Hamas was soon, like, they're Shia.
No, of course not.
It's crazy. Why would the Sunnis give money for the other way? I wouldn't think that they hate Israel that
they have led this guy
but
to,
apparently
you hate Donald Trump so much that you're running defense and you're repeating Iranian state media propaganda as a attack on Donald Trump. So if your principles have led you for creating a smokescreen about the obvious complete moral evil that the Iranian government is, why do you have those principles? Those don't seem like good principles at all to me. Those seem like terrible principles.
Anything is the credential. And saying...
Because the truth is that, like, I do have a moral compass. It just doesn't necessarily point north. But I think my north is the true north. And I think what they think is north is bullshit. I think they are allowing so much evil, so much bad behavior, so many people to get hurt, so many deaths and everything.
Also in Britain, but I'm exaggerating. Not the same.
Somehow they don't take ownership. I don't agree with that. I think that by refusing to take action, that is an action. And I think
how am I?
From taking action
Oh yeah, I saw this guy's goal.
You are allowing it to proliferate.
That actually
and you're letting it get worse.
Not even diamond.
This is just amazing. While a 20-year-old dies in a drone strike in Kuwait, is called content. So believe him. When a man tells you that he has no principles, believe him. He's not lying.
Yes.
This is the only honest thing that he said. Nicole Amor's son...
The worst part about me is that I'm honest. That's the thing. I actually tell people what I think. For better or for worse. And also, so keep in mind, this video is almost over. Not a single point has been made. That is an argument.
I'm also
finishing his senior year,
but I don't. I mean, I like politics. I'm not directly.
This is more emotional soapboxing, right? I mean, like, why aren't you eulogizing about the people that were killed on October 7th? Because that was.
Yeah, he's a literal 2-year-old. That's like a.
Because that's not convenient for your narrative. This is all it's
about. Yeah, I don't even know how he got there to be.
It's about an agenda. It's not about a principle. It's not about morality.
Oh, hi, bro.
It's about creating a narrative.
Thank you for following.
And 165 families in Minab are burying their daughters. And in a cluttered room...
I was just talking about how my Twitch is low, so thank you for coming on the...
Amazing.
It is amazing, because it's the beginning of the end.
But to be honest, it's as low as you...
And the willingness
There's just really more better on YouTube. I don't know how that is.
This evil has been manifesting, growing.
Sure. Oh, wait, really? Wait, that's actually. Yeah, I can. Wait, how did I get? Oh, yeah, because it's. I don't know how to do training without the right bumper for it. Yeah, let me.
But also its own people as well. And so, yes, obviously it's horrible whenever people get killed, and nobody agrees with that. But I don't want to hear any fucking moralizing.
Wait, I think it's... Oh, no.
A single video about the 40 or 30,000 people that were body bagged on the side of the street while Iran...
Just hello, bro, man, one. And then what's your name?
And then,
well, let me get out of here.
How terrible it is that 6 people that were Americans were killed, or 160 that were Iranians.
Well, let me...
This is the same Iranian government who this week have said they will kill your children if your children are saying things that are against the regime. This isn't something that they said 3 years ago. This is something they said this week. It was like 3 days ago.
Okay.
So this is the problem, is that when your partisan politics leads you to a place that you define genuine true evil,
I got it.
You think that you're the one that's principled. I say, to what purpose are those principles for?
You're invited.
It's a terrible thing to see. And I see a lot of people that make these arguments.
Nice. Oh.
The reason why people
wait, let's do 1v1 first. Actually, wait, you literally said one.
That's the reason why nobody watches your videos.
Okay.
That's the reason why I think that you're very, very one-dimensional. You're only making videos about how bad Trump is. You're not even in America. What is that?
Where's off?
You need to have a jacket to have an opinion on this? Yeah,
but that's
exactly. Not even innocent Americans. They were in reserves. Yeah, I mean, these are people that signed up.
Oh, you are?
As well.
I mean, is this a server? I think it is US server. I don't know. Maybe there's no server. Yeah, USC. I thought so. This is a server. Yeah, like how would you play if you're not in a server? But yeah.
It is amazing. And remember how we said this is amazing content?
I don't know. You're gonna.
We added that word in to make it seem like I was trying to play down the fact of the war. So he added that in, and you can see how...
Wait, there's... You can make 2 bots...
The one thing that we didn't have in this video that I find to be very disappointing, I see this in a lot of anti-Asmongold videos, is that there are...
Wait, can you join?
There's a lot of attacks on, you know, my personality, the way I speak, things that I say, or the way that I say things. But very rarely is there actually an attack on my argument.
Oh, okay,
so we've spent this entire video talking about, you know, the morality of, you know, ICE agents, and you simply present arguments, and then you assume
that the audience
will agree with you for why the argument
Are you
is
in?
bad.
Wait, what?
You're actually presenting a counter argument. You're saying that, oh, well, because people die in a war, that means the war is bad.
I don't know
what about the people that are going to die if you don't have the war? See, this is a false choice. So,
because you're in a party
that invent this type of logic, what you have to look at is that
Okay, yeah.
Part of the growing and I think also very large to begin with.
Okay, let's see.
People who are obsessed primarily with what they are perceived, not necessarily.
I was surprised I got a gold.
It's about my room. It's about
I got a gold
it's on stream. It's about
I don't know how,
but it's actually never about what I say. And I think that's the main problem.
Be careful, I'm diamond and I'm like flat 2.
But, you know, in terms of an anti-Asmongold video, I would say...
But you're doing good so far.
10, right?
Even though it's like a very short...
There was somebody that made a 2-hour video that was negative.
Oh, what? Okay.
That was pretty impressive. I watched a lot of it off stream. I thought that was pretty good. But this is really just low effort. It is. It's very, very low effort. You should check all the time Trump has mentioned the Strait of Hormuz in the past. He didn't even know about these. Yeah, I've seen this before, and take a look at this here, real Donald Trump Hormuz. So he's talked about them shutting down the Strait of Hormuz multiple times. This is literally 2011. Iran is closing off the Strait of Hormuz for a military exercise. Imagine what they will do with nukes. So this is Donald Trump in 2011 announcing that, you know, not only is Iran, you know, dangerous, but also that he thinks they're trying to get nuclear weapons. So this is literally from, like, what is this, 15 years ago? Enlarge it. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Can you guys read
Wait, what's happening here?
There you go.
Okay.
And have you seen Exhume document on the Alexander brothers? No, I haven't seen.
You're pretty good. I don't know how you're too.
To make a hate video, I can. I easily can. I have no problem.
Haven't played too
videos about it. I just wish they were of higher.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Rather than another person that relies on optics and then just framing in order to make their argument for them, and it's disappointing to see. Stephen Woodford. Oh boy. And we'll see if there's going to be a video about this, right?
Nice one.
But kind of embarrassing. What did you guys think? I'll read a few.
Oh, let me see our
FBI Boston Twitter staged store robberies.
Damn, you're gold. That's crazy. You're gold and everything.
I will pull
That's pretty good.
Second, but I will respond to this real quick. Okay, yeah, I think it really wasn't very good at all. And where is it? There it is. Are these the? No, I'm not seeing this. Where the hell did it go? Stage robberies. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll pull this up in a second. But before I do, I will look at the rest of this. Oh, no, this is the video. Where's the video? There it is. Okay, and...
I don't even know how I got that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have time to watch an anti-Asmongold hour-long video on stream, but I want to...
Did it help? Wait, I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they can't just distill...
I don't think it did anything.
...talking points and then just go from there, right? I think...
But I mean... I don't really know, but I feel like 600 wins is like that's normal goal. Like he played it enough to be ranked, and you even got a goal.
I find to be is the most annoying.
Oh, nice! You're really good. I don't know how you're gold.
Because I think that it really. I think that a lot of people, especially inside of Western countries, don't realize how medieval a lot of other countries are with their laws. And I think Iran is like fucking, ground zero for that, where they have child marriage like that. It's very, very problematic. And I don't know why more people don't see it that way, but I think that they don't really care about what happens in Iran. They don't care about Iranians unless they can use them to attack the administration.
You're typing wall gaming, that's great.
So
I kinda, yeah.
Sense. For example, why is okay? I'll pull up one more person that I want to look at. So this guy.
You're doing pretty good, even one in this ratio is good against a diamond anyway. I feel like you're still gonna be doing better than a normal gold.
You know, he's been talking about it himself. So we are going.
What? Oh, I barely got that. I didn't realize that it was possible.
And I don't make fun of your appearance, just your opinions make no sense. Like, for example, why is the Iran our war to fight? Give me one good argument besides they have nukes, please. I mean, I feel like that's like a huge argument. This is like saying, like, give me one argument why Epstein's bad besides him being a pedophile. Like, that's like one of the biggest issues. But, like, okay, I'll give you two arguments. They destabilize shipping, and they also fund terrorist proxy groups that attack Americans and also other different strategic interests that we have in the area. So both of those. Those are two examples you could use.
NGL what?
Too, but like that's really what I would go with.
I mean, for a gold you're not though. It's all relative. I feel like I don't know the average rank for most.
Because they're only marrying kids and not eating them. Yeah, exactly.
Most modes is that. But I think the thing is, if you actually measure it,
but
like
they've nuked since the 1980s, according to their PM. Do you think that their prime minister is
If you actually measure it by every person, then I feel like the average is probably like gold some. Because I don't know, the people, the ranked are usually the guys that play every. So it's like.
They used to have a prime minister.
I don't know. I feel like it's different.
They say something other than the nuke issue. Israel's PM. What does Israel have to do with this? Like, we're talking about Iran. Like, you asked me one good argument for the war with Iran. I gave you 2 arguments, and now you're talking about Israel.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm just confused by this.
Oh, nice. I got it. And
what is this?
Bro, I mean, this is the reality. If you just play more, you're better. There's not much else. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just the more you play, the better you are in this game. And I know there are people that get better faster, but like, someone with your amount of wins being a diamond is like very hard. Like, it's basically impossible.
Get back to it. Refresh. He changed the video title. Oh, this guy.
So I feel like you're. I don't know.
No, he didn't. Oh, is it the other guy? You mean the other guy?
I'll check, bro. There's a good video. I don't know. I think you're gonna be above the hours, but I'm also above the hours. It basically shows how many hours for every.
Listen to what he's saying.
Pretty cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is this?
Used to do religion is bad videos.
Oh no, it's all.
His main channel.
Yeah, GG. I'll show you this.
Years ago when he made those videos. Yeah.
Here.
Like, I just wish you could be rational with this too.
There's
Unfortunately, people like this have to resort to optics.
What is it called again? Framing. Oh yeah, YouTube.
So is there a single argument
Let's go to
being made, Jack, or are you just gonna keep repeating the same thing? Like, I gave you 2 arguments. I don't think it's our war to fight. I don't think the argument that they have them or close is right. Why do you think it's not right? So, like, I'm gonna give you an example, right? So when Steve Witkoff said that Iran told
this is,
that,
keep in mind, this is 3 years ago, so you're gonna be a little above, but
at 60% or something
okay,
like that, in order to make
1,052 matches.
Was lying. Like, do you think he was just lying there?
And you have 606 matches, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, 600 kilograms. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I have less matches than the average flat. That's great, but you know it's misleading though, cause
Yeah, I gave you 2 different examples of why I think it is and why I think it makes sense.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, we can do that. But basically, it's super misleading because, or not super, but it's 3 years ago. So you're basically better. You took less time for the average gold. But let's see. I want to see
in negotiations for Iran.
Career stats.
Do you think that Steve Witkoff was lying?
14 days. Let's see my actual.
How does lifting sanctions on Russia
days.
for the U.S. thoughts? I think it's great for the United States. It keeps the pressure off of Russia to.
Yeah, that's
Iran.
so much less. What?
I think that's the reason why.
That's so much less.
Obviously, it's like it's a strategic.
What? I'm better than the average diamond.
But, again,
like I got the diamond faster than the average diamond. I didn't know that.
That's clearly the reason why. And also keeping gas prices.
But I also have another account. Whatever. It's, I don't know. I'll say it's probably around how much it should. Wait, let me do. Do I have to do this? Okay, well, I don't know if I do, but you're a party leader now.
No, I don't think he was lying, but I do think them having a dirty bomb has been true for years, to be honest. No. I mean, this has been the argument for at least a decade.
Don't stop the bees.
And why do you think that they haven't built... Actually, yeah, the reason why it's been the argument for a decade is because we've continually tried to sabotage their nuclear program. So whenever their nuclear program gets to, it's like, you ever heard like the myth of like Sisyphus and like the ball, where like he was in hell because he was a bad boy, and so his goal was to roll a ball up a hill, but as soon as he got close to rolling it all the way up the hill, it would fall down, it would go down.
doing something. He's still on the counter. I would think he's gonna go to the
hill. We push the ball back down. I think that's very clearly what's been happening.
Wait, can you know how to? I don't know. I was trying to get in.
I try to directly answer questions as well as I can, right? I mean, sometimes I'm not able to, but I think generally...
Well, let's see.
The head of the International Atomic Commission said the same thing. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, wait, can you...
Which is the international, like, one of the atomic agencies, is,
yeah.
What do you call it? They already said themselves.
Oh, hi, bro.
Chat doesn't seem to understand us. But
bro, in the YouTube
well, that's okay.
chat.
I'm explaining it so people can understand it.
Nice to see you.
Sure, I appreciate the conversation. I think we understand to be sure. Yeah,
did he just...
like, that's my perspective on it, right? I mean, like, again...
Yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna... But he's still in the
Odyssey Man video.
I don't know.
No, I'm not even familiar with who Ozzy Man is, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't.
Ryan?
You're not giving the right answer, which is it's all Israel's fault. Well, the reason why people say that it's Israel's fault is because it's safe to say that it's Israel's fault. That's the thing that you can say that will not get you attacked by either side of the political extremist. Like, it's one of these like weird instances where like extreme right-wingers and
what? Okay, whatever, let's just go in
aligned on the Iran war being bad because of Israel, right? I think that's a huge component to it. So I think people give that answer without really even understanding why they're giving the answer, because that seems like the right thing to say. Yeah, remember the world peace middle-aged right women? Which one, right? But yeah, I agree with you. And
I don't know what's happening.
Developing a nuke in their garage with the rapid advancement of technology? Well, I don't know. I mean, probably.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure. So anyway,
just not replying.
You're just mocking
I feel like it's reasonable.
Seriously? Well, yeah.
I'm very confused.
Israel, like blaming Israel for everything, I think has gotten to a fever pitch that people are now kind of annoyed by it. Now, I'm not saying everybody, but I do think that that's where things are going. There's been so many things.
Bro, I can't turn.
I think that, you know, a lot of people are like, holy shit, like, is everything their fault always? But, again, it's the Jews. Everything is the Jews. I do think that it's fatiguing for a lot of people. Maybe I'm wrong about that, right? But I'm starting to see that. That's my vibe check, right? I don't have a statistic for this or anything, but, like, I'm getting a vibe check that the amount of, you know, like, unmitigated hostility towards Israel and Jews wholesale is beginning to run thin on people's attention, right? And people's minds.
Okay.
Shouldn't have banned Tyler Oliveira.
I just
I don't agree with banning.
I don't really call it abandoning. He just wasn't there.
Wrong. So like it's just.
I don't know what happened, but it was a nice game though.
I'll probably look at this in a minute. But before that, I want to watch this right here. Oh my God! Let me look at this in a minute. Oh. So this is a viewer right here, and his name is AceAT.
Wait, no.
And he is living in Iran. And he made an update recently, this was a day ago, about what it's like living in Iran during the war. This guy's been a viewer of mine for quite a while, and the first video he made, I reacted to. This is the second video.
Before the video starts, I want to quickly say something. This video was actually supposed to be uploaded much earlier before everything started happening recently. Because of the situation, it took longer than expected to get it online.
Yep. I can say that's the situation. Yeah. Ah, that was the internet building.
Please watch this one. But I already have many clips and information I would like to share with you all in the future, hopefully very soon. I also want to say thank you to Audia, someone who helped me share some internet access
so I
could upload this video. I won't go into more details.
1% of ordinary levels.
But I'm very grateful. Another video will also be coming where I react to a video that Skybrows made, which I am included. I know many of you are very curious and want to know what is happening here right now.
Yeah,
I understand that, and I truly appreciate your concern. For now, I just ask for a little.
Diamond 2.
I will be
big deal either. It is crazy how I just do.
My own perspective
Doesn't reflect the rest of the match, but probably does actually some way. But he's gonna score. I think I'm winning, but he's gonna score.
And then use that to identify and punish him. That's the reason why.
For being here.
Smart. doesn't want to die. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Before I start, I want to say something. If this video reaches the same people who saw the previous one, and if you...
My Iranian viewer sent me this, had 1.4 million views. Holy shit.
Genuinely feel like this video is worth being seen again, then only if you think it's appropriate, feel free to share it. Not to force anything, not to spam anyone.
And then he also...
And honestly, if you are watching this again, Asmongold, that is wild. Like, genuinely wild. In my previous video...
I feel like, again, I'm one of the only people that actually cares about these different issues. And this is another thing, too, is like a lot of people say, like, oh, you don't care about other people, etc. I'm one of the only people that's covered a lot of these international events, things like the Serbian protests, things like the
I'm tall, but actually he doesn't even do international.
Like the war in Sudan,
just everything in Israel. But yeah, I think a lot of Americans, unlike Israelis, don't care.
But I think the Congo or something like that. And yeah, the Mexico protests, exactly. Well, I've done this a lot of times. I think it's important to do it. India-Pakistan, well, that's a really big one. That's a huge one. There's the India-Pakistan, and then there's inside of Pakistan, there's like further oppression inside of areas of like Kashmir and some of their other more Western areas too. Like Western geographically, not, you know, ideologically. So yeah, it's very, very true. I do my best. And I think the reason why I do it is because nobody else does it. Nobody else cares.
I talked mostly about my personal
nice.
But this video is annoying. This time,
I don't know how he's losing this badly. I mean, he's a diamond. Am I really that much worse than could be, but
not exaggeration,
I don't know.
Just real day-to-day experiences.
I feel like 1v1 is a better range, better to good at them.
Yeah, what's like in Iran?
Why don't people
Bro,
just leave? So instead of repeating my story, I want to answer those questions.
I got it.
The first
Didn't do much with
water access. In some areas, water supplies is not always consistent throughout the day. There can be scheduled.
Can you imagine that, by the way? Like not being able to have water. Like, I think this is something that the Western mind can't even comprehend. Because, like, for us, we've always...
In Africa, it might even...
It's a guarantee. Everybody can get water. You know, you go to the store, use a water fountain.
Yeah, of course. We can't even comprehend that in Israel, I feel like. I mean, I'm in the US, but the past, like, people could maybe comprehend it, but, like, I can't. I didn't live in Israel, like, so. The G crazy thing. Israel now. Which I'm in the US, but bro, I don't get how I'm winning against the guy who's diamond 2 rank above me. Oh, I can only do one way. Can't go back into.
We're good. Sorry about that. Back at it.
Unscheduled interruptions that last several hours, sometimes between 8 to 12 hours. This affects very normal things. Cooking.
Wait, so water is gone for 8 to 12 hours? Bro, they need to have Mr. Bro, fuck the Africa wells. They gotta have them go do wells in fucking Iran.
Oh my gosh.
How do you fuck up water? Oh my god. This is the kind of stuff that, like, I think a lot of Westerners don't even realize.
Yeah, I thought it was only in Africa.
These countries. It's like
yeah,
people, like, you're playing
like,
motorsports, and you're driving down the road in your brand new...
Bro, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'll go down, but my ranking 3v3.
Oh, water doesn't work. Oh god, the internet's broken.
In 1v1.
Oh no, they arrested me for being out too late. It's insane how handicapped these people are. It is crazy. All by their oppressive government. It's terrible.
showering, even basic daily routines. And during hotter seasons, this situation
Can I see my own ring?
126?
Pretty weird.
More discussions locally about reserves, dams, and the water levels being lower compared to the past years.
Wow.
I'm not speaking as an expert, just as someone living through it daily. When water becomes limited, life doesn't stop. It just becomes harder in a quiet way. Another major
That's the reason why attacking desalination plants is such a big deal. That's why nobody's done it yet. I hope that the United States doesn't do that.
In daily life is air quality. In large cities especially, air pollution can become severe during certain periods. One of the commonly mentioned reasons is the use of heavy fuel oils in energy production, as we call it locally.
Oh, I wonder if the mountains, because obviously Iran is like, it's an area, I think Peru is kind of like this too, where like, you have like very like large steppes and mountains that kind of, and you have the cities that are inside of those mountains, right? And you think about this from ancient times, very clearly, like this is a massive strategic organic advantage, right? Gigantic advantage. So like that's basically what Iran is like too, it seems. And so, like, I wonder if those mountains and that area effectively creates like a shield from that pollution leaving, because usually it will go out into the ocean and disperse or dissipate. But like, if you're not able to do that and it's stuck there, like, oh man, that's really I never even.
Bro, I don't know what's happening.
Muzzled. When that happens,
it's crazy that I'm winning.
People with breathing issues feel it the
most.
On some days,
people escorted him out
indoors not because they want to, but because the air outside feels difficult to tolerate. This is not something dramatic. It's just part of the normal life conditions that people.
No, it's not. That's not that's bad. What do you mean? That's part of normal life? No, it shouldn't be. That's terrible.
For Iranians.
What do you mean?
The next thing we're going to be talking about is the electricity stability. Electricity stability is another topic people
oh my gosh, no.
Power outages can happen sometimes scheduled or
that's crazy.
Unexpected. They can last a few hours, and while that may not sound like much,
it is horrible.
And I didn't even need to kick it again.
If you've ever had to care for an elderly parent, you will know how terrifying the idea of a power outage is. Because if they're on any sort of oxygen or any other type of, like life assistance, this could potentially mean life and death. It's terrifying. And like also power outages can affect heat and cold. Like I'll give you an example, just real quick. So we had like a huge snowstorm.
Oh yeah, no.
In Austin, Texas.
Way to block.
Like 5 years
I just gave him a nice shot because there's no way to block.
My dad, at the time was
the shot fly you can't block hard.
Lung problems. He already got over pneumonia like 4 or 5 times, and like very much like kind of like 10% HP, right? And so
nice.
I can't get through to my dad, and then my dad obviously like he's got all this stuff. I had one of my one of my best friends, right, like come by, and he was able to pick up my dad and help my dad. Like huge W to my friend, Zach McElreevy, right? Like he's an old buddy of mine I've known for 20 years. Came and actually basically saved my dad. And like, if it wasn't for that, like, I'm
okay, bro.
He was in the fucking military. He
I don't know how.
Been able to survive and get around. It wouldn't have been a big deal, but like, it would have been very unpleasant for him, and to say the least. And a tree had fallen over his driveway. Like, here's his driveway, right? A tree fell like this.
Okay.
It was like some.
And I shouldn't be. I get another chance
because there's like a fucking horror story that has to happen in it. And he was, whenever my friend got him, whenever he got my dad was shivering with his poncho liner from Vietnam, sitting in his chair, and all the power was out. So, because again, I bet Iran probably also gets very cold too.
That's like, good. I don't know how.
I think like a place like that could easily get very cold. And so, if that happens, like think about how dangerous that is for elderly parents and elderly people. It's a desert, yeah, exactly. At night, yeah, it's like super up and down. So, like, this is the kind of shit that, like, people don't think about. The same as I never thought about that pollution. This is something else that's, like, super...
Yeah, no, this guy's crazy.
The hot seasons especially, it becomes very noticeable.
What?
When electricity goes out, you don't just lose power.
And also, like, another component, sorry, I don't want to distract again. But like another component to this is that on top of that, you also have. I forgot what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say?
It's very noticeable. When electricity goes out, you don't just lose power. You lose internet access, cooling, work progress, and daily.
With the Iranian economy being so bad, buying a generator is not economically feasible for many of those people, I would assume. So it's not like the solution that you can give to a guy that's living in Indiana, which is like, oh, just go buy a generator. Sure. Well, for them, being able to buy a generator could be like months of work.
Routine stability. For people working online,
yeah.
even a few hours can affect an entire day. A lot of people assume internet is the same everywhere, but here, internet
generators
is
can be confiscated
per gigabyte, not unlimited. And as you may know,
wait, they got y'all on the fucking that like 2007 phone plan? Oh my, they got y'all paying for data? What?
Many global platforms
require VPN
connection to function properly.
No, theoretically.
Cost effect.
There's no chance.
VPNs, data
Basically,
efficiency
very
drops,
little.
Meaning you may consume more data for the same activity. So you are.
There's another component to this too, which is regional pricing. So if you set your data point to being in let's say Israel or being in London or something like that, now you're getting regional pricing from Israel and London rather than the supposed intended.
I don't know how his diamond one
to be at a lower level. Like it's like triple actually. Holy fuck!
Not only paying for more internet, but you also indirectly paying more just to access global platforms normally.
Wow.
For someone working online,
oh, drop shot, bro.
Constant financial pressure. P.S. Starlink has been
a grand champ is on our team. A current grand champ.
Taking advantage of that connection and selling it per gigabyte to people for up to 2 to 5 million Tuman, which is 50 million Rial. So it's very, very expensive for people to connect to the internet currently because people are abusing the fact of how rare it is to connect to the internet now. Another topic.
Dude. As I said, bro, this is like, it's like we're playing on easy mode and they're playing on solo self-found hardcore mode. It's like, okay, I want to get the internet. Can I just go to the auction house to buy the internet? No. You have to find somebody that's going to trade you a piece of currency that will allow you to do a dungeon that, if you complete the dungeon within a time frame, allows you to use the internet for 15 minutes. It's like, holy fuck, and there's PvP. Yes, there's PvP in the dungeon too.
I hesitated to mention before is medical access. Some specialized medicines are not always easily available locally.
Oh my god.
In my personal case, for a rare medical condition that my mother has, I had to look outside the country to obtain the required medication. This process is
Which means that it's also completely outside of the economic ecosystem inside of Iran too.
Simple. It involves time, cost, a lot of uncertainty.
Stress.
And when the health is involved, uncertainty.
And there's another component to this too. I don't know if he's going to talk about this, but like going and finding aftermarket medicine right now is really dangerous.
Bro, Demoer and the
different things that it can be cut.
What is that?
I mean, number one is fentanyl, right? It's really dangerous if you're trying to buy any
other guy
right now.
Yeah, that's the grand champ. Of course it is. That's good.
Through the travels come with its own complications, paperwork, stress, and fear of delays. So imagine people who cannot travel at all and must rely on expensive alternatives just to get essential treatment. One of the most common comments I receive is, why don't you just move to another country? I understand why people
just leave.
Ask that. From the outside, it sounds a simple decision, but in reality, it is extremely complex. First, passports have limitations.
Also, another component to this is that there's the diaspora of Iran is like, was it 6 to 9 million people? Like, I think it's like it's millions of people. I know that for sure.
When it comes to visa access,
what's the Iran? How many people have left Iran in like the last? How many people are outside of Iran that are Iranian like nationals? Like, I don't know exactly.
Most destinations require visa approval,
Just
financial proof,
6, 7.
long processing times, and sometimes non-extendable
4 to 5.
stays.
Okay.
Second, relocating is not just a plane ticket. It requires stable income, legal residency options, banking access, and long-term planning. For many,
and you remember he said the last video he made was about how banking over there is restrictive as well. That was with like his YouTube money.
People, it is not about willingness to leave, it's about feasibility. Another thing people don't realize is how difficult international banking can be. Opening globally usable bank accounts is not always straightforward. Many international financial systems require residency, documentation, or physical presence in a specific country. And for people living
This is the reason why a lot of people in like developing countries use crypto.
In sanctioned regions, access becomes more limited. Without those requirements, online income, payments, and global transactions become significantly more complicated. This affects freelancers, creators, and remote workers heavily. From my personal experience, getting access to an international card was not something simple at all. It often involved relying on trusted people abroad, third-party services, or complex processes.
And I bet there's probably a legal gray area of operating a bank account that's not yours in Iran. There could be like TOS violations that could create they could maybe cancel your account and like freeze your funds, or there could also be like legal ramifications inside of Iran too.
Make basic global platform work. For example, my girlfriend, she made an international bank account for me under her name in India. And even then, there is extra cost and uncertainty and a lot of trial and error involved. So when people ask, why don't you just open a global bank account? The reality is, it is not as easy as it sounds, depending on where you live. And here's something many people find surprising. If you bring a phone from abroad, it often requires official registration to fully function with local mobile networks. That registration can significantly...
Oh, I wonder what that means. Oh, jeez, guys. Why would they want you to do that? It's a mystery.
Increase the total cost of the device itself, sometimes making the final price much higher than the original retail price. So even owning a $1,100 phone can involve extra financial steps that people outside rarely think about. Another unique system involves imported vehicles. Some foreign cars operate under temporary plates known as Gozar Muvaqqat, which roughly translates to temporarily transit permission. These vehicles are not treated the same as the fully registered domestic ones. There can be usage limitations, additional costs, and regularly conditions involved. So owning certain imported cars is very different compared to the other countries. So if you get in a car accident, good luck trying to repair it, since many car brands do not operate in Iran, and luxury car parts are close to non-existent here. Speaking of brands not being available, it's the same with restaurants and cafes. For example, KFC...
I don't know, I was not even the worst.
Never mind, guys. I'm all
I don't know why he's...
This is... Listen. There are some things that are just unacceptable.
I got more.
Alright, guys, this is... Oh, no, we can't let this happen.
I'm so
This is like a crime against humanity. Oh, bro, no KFC? No McDonald's? No Domino's? I'd fucking starve.
That is branched outside of the
Send
country
in Delta
is not
Force right now.
And as for the cafe, I only know Starbucks that I know is not available.
God.
These sanctions also cross over to products as well. Many snacks and such, you can't get it here, or if you do find it, is overpriced. If Asmongold is watching, yes, that means there is no Dr. Pepper. Moving on.
That sucks so much dick. Wow.
Even
That's
a
awful.
simple digital purchase like gift cards can become more expensive than their face value. Because they are often resold through intermediaries, a $10 gift card may cost noticeably more due to a exchange rates and service fees and seller profit
So it's about $11.
margins. So online purchases are rarely at their original global
Oh
price.
my
I
god.
made this video not to complain and not to dramatize anything, but to explain the partial realities of everyday system that most people never have to think about. Water, air, internet, healthcare, mobility, digital
See, this is the kind of stuff that people need to be talking about in terms of privilege. Because these are the things that, you know, not whether you're white or black or something like that, but the amount of privileges and advantages that an American is born into or a person that lives in a Western country is born into are so tangible and so obvious that whenever you compare it to a person that's born inside of Serbia, right? Or, and even Iran, right? I mean, and these aren't even the worst countries. Like, there are many countries that are a lot worse than that. Privilege does exist, but I think that the way that it's manifested inside of, like, Western culture is just used as effectively a vehicle to hate white people or hate men. But the truth is that privilege is very real. And I think that whenever you hear about people talk about their day-to-day lives in these other countries, it becomes manifestly obvious that we live an incredibly privileged existence.
Individually, each issue may seem small, but together they shape daily life in ways that are different to explain.
That's what North Korea is like.
One sentence. This is
it's
not
good
the
RNG.
full picture. No single video can show that, but it is an honest one.
Let me go all the way.
Honesty about normal life is more important than the headlines. Hopefully, this will be the last type of video I make in regards of what is going on inside of my country. I do realize that a lot of you may want to know more and more sensitive topics.
Probably don't want to.
Believe me, I am completely unable to talk about it. Not just
smart.
me, but a lot of people
smart
can't,
guy.
because it is not a simple
very
task
smart
in
guy.
order for me to try to find the correct wording in order to make a video about the situation. So love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. That is terrible. Let me link y'all the video for that. Ace AG is he's one of my viewers, and he made the first video, and you know, I wanted to react to this one too and show my support as much as I can. There it is. Make sure to give it a like.
Damn.
And take care. Yeah, exactly, man. It's fucking insane.
I mean, this is Diamond One.
Whatever. There's a lot of those examples. And why doesn't he talk about the cause, the sanctions? Because he can't, because they're political, and he doesn't want to have what his videos are referenced back at the for the government to go after him. That's the reason why. So he's talking about generalities and just like everyday life in Iran rather than directly criticizing the regime, because in doing so he could attract their attention and they could retaliate against him. That's the reason why. It's just common sense when you think about it, but apparently that's not very common anymore. So yeah, that's the way I see it. And I watched a few of these videos. I kind of got off topic. Usually I spend a lot of time covering the actual things that have happened today. I want to go through some of that right now, very obviously. So, complete devastation in Iran after attacks hit a police headquarters. Thank God they are attacking the police, because they are the ones that are arresting and attacking people. Like, they are the, you know, boots on the ground executors of the oppression. Some of them are. Some of them have resigned and they've left. You see that same car, bro? That's the default skin. You got a lot of those. Oh my God. Look at all that. Holy shit. God fucking damn. So that's where that was the fuck. So that was the police station right there. Let me see if there's any more images of this happening. I don't know exactly where it is. Let me see if I can pull it up. And that's not it exactly. Times Square holds a Quids rally, proclaims support for the Islamic Republic. They're waving Hezbollah flags and holding Ayatollah.
We proclaim our support for the Islamic Republic. Shame, shame, USA! Shame, shame, USA!
How did I miss that?
Iran is the central pillar of the struggle against U.S. imperialism and Zionism today.
Then leave. We need to just deport these people. What do we do? Why are these people in the country?
The Islamic Revolution in 1979 served as the catalyst of anti-imperialism and anti-occupation globally. America first. He means bankers first. He means Wall Street first.
Really, he seemed.
Oh my
Actually, that's.
Wow.
But like.
But we have
I don't know, like
we really have to get rid of these people. We do. Like, we need mass deportations. We need mass deportations in the millions. And it needs to happen as soon as possible.
Bro,
it's insane.
You guys probably know what it's like. It's not like Europe.
I don't know.
Not that bad yet. Like, it depends where in Europe, but like, pro-Palestine and all of this bullshit, like,
shut up.
Types of
and now he's holding up more photos
protests.
Of the Iranian...
All of these bullshit protests are.
Oh, that's the. Oh, look whose flag it is.
I think they are pretty predominant, but not around this area.
It's the mustard flag.
Yellow nuts.
By the way, I never listen to any of these signs where it's like, oh, we want healthcare, not this war. If you had free healthcare, you still wouldn't want this war. The reason why they don't want this war is because it doesn't align with their ideological religious beliefs. That's the real reason. It has nothing to do really with Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with politics in America. It has nothing to do with healthcare. It has everything to do with the fact that Iran is a religious theocracy that they align themselves with. And I think in aligning themselves with Iran, they are effectively betraying America. This is like aligning yourself with the Nazis. It's crazy. That's some Sword Art Online crap? Yeah, it's embarrassing. This is the other thing too, is like they're very militant. They are, and I think that it should be taken more seriously than it is. A lot of people don't take it seriously because they're not really very effective and there's not that many of them. But there will only become more of them as more immigration like this happens and, you know, they continue to have kids and stuff like that. These people scare me. They should scare you. If it was up to them, they'd turn your country into the shithole that their parents probably ran away from terrified. They turn it into the same shit. You have to get removed. You have to get rid of these people. Yeah. They're religious radicals.
That revolution, rooted in faith, resilience, and the pursuit of justice, inspired political and social movements across the globe, from Yemen, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Lebanon. Regime. Shame, shame, USA!
We gotta just deport these people. I don't know why we're even wasting any time. Honestly, I really don't. I don't know why we waste any time dealing with this bullshit. We got these people going around talking about how bad America is. Meanwhile, you're fucking in America. You're in fucking America. Get out.
You're in the fucking...
Oh my God. Is this New York? Yes, it's New York. This is in New York City. As far as I know it is, right? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's in New York City. Keep this in mind, 30K died. I mean, that's the minimal number. Who knows how many more it is. So, yeah, let's go back. I'll look at a few more. Oh, Russia's quietly laughing all the way to the bank with the Iran war. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. And where is this here, if I can find? Oh, long lines at Chinese gas stations. Uh-oh. Yep, no surprise. China's obviously stressed out by this. I'm not surprised at all. In Iraq's capital, crowds are torching a bail.
Yeah, my friend who's Chinese said it's... I don't know, he looked really depressed when it started. And he said it's good for everyone. I don't know. I don't know.
How the West hates Turkey. Hates Turkey became Muslim. Arab countries hate Turkey because they're not Muslim. I don't know about that, okay? I have no idea. And yeah, what is this here? Complete devastation. Yeah, this is the bombing that I saw before. And there is another one that I think is very, very good. Take a look at this. So the bombers, look at this here. A Texas jury has found all 9 Antifa defendants guilty of terrorism charges.
Bro, I'm not even that into Rocket League.
Ambush shooting. This is the
but there will be a
case brought to trial in the United
RLC.
States.
I'm gonna be back on.
Finally rounding them up.
We're watching our.
And putting
You guys. Bye.